Bread has been part of the human story for thousands of years, but the loaf on today's supermarket shelf is often very different from the bread our grandparents once knew. Over time, the way bread is produced has changed dramatically, bringing greater convenience, but sometimes changing its nutritional profile as well.
Choosing a loaf today can feel surprisingly complicated. Whole wheat, multigrain, sourdough, rye, artisan. Which one is actually the better choice?
Sometimes two loaves look almost identical, yet the ingredients inside tell completely different stories.
Understanding just a few key ingredients can make grocery shopping much simpler and help you choose bread with greater confidence.
Traditional breads were often made from only a few simple ingredients: flour, water, salt, and natural fermentation.
Modern production has made bread affordable and widely available, but convenience can also introduce additional processing. A whole grain naturally contains three important parts: the bran, the germ, and the starchy center known as the endosperm.
When grains are refined, much of the fiber and several naturally occurring nutrients are removed before baking begins.
Because of these differences, refined and whole grain breads can affect digestion differently, although individual responses vary.
As we grow older, foods that provide lasting satisfaction and balanced nutrition become increasingly valuable.
Fiber is one reason many nutrition professionals encourage including more whole grains whenever practical.
Bread is only one part of breakfast. The foods around it often have just as much influence on the nutritional quality of the meal.
Different breads offer different nutritional characteristics, and each has its own strengths and limitations.
Learning to read ingredient lists is often more helpful than relying on words printed across the front of the package.
The first ingredient can provide a useful clue about what makes up most of the loaf. Healthy eating isn't about finding one perfect food. It's about building balanced meals over time.
The best breakfasts nourish both the body and the moments we share with the people around us. Healthy aging is supported by many daily habits working together: nutrition, movement, sleep, and meaningful connection.
Next, we'll examine 7 bread choices that may be worth limiting after 60, and the wholesome alternatives that can fit into a balanced lifestyle.
Our first bread choice isn't famous because it tastes bad. In fact, it's popular because it's soft, familiar, and inexpensive.
Traditional white sandwich bread is typically made with refined wheat flour, which contains less fiber than whole grain flour. During refining, much of the bran and germ are removed, changing both the texture and the nutritional composition. Foods lower in fiber may be digested more quickly, although individual responses can vary. A breakfast that includes more fiber, protein, and healthy fats may help some people feel satisfied for longer. Names on the front of the package can be appealing, but the ingredient list often tells a more complete story.
The word multigrain simply means more than one grain is used. It doesn't necessarily mean those grains are whole.
Looking for phrases such as 100% whole grain or checking that whole grain flour appears first on the ingredient list can provide more useful information.
Color alone isn't a reliable guide. Some darker breads are colored with ingredients such as molasses or caramel coloring.
That's why reading the ingredient list is usually more helpful than judging a loaf by its appearance.
Some packaged breads also contain added sugars to improve flavor, texture, or shelf life. Comparing labels can help you choose products with less added sugar and appropriate amounts of sodium for your dietary needs.
Small label reading habits can become powerful tools for making informed choices over time.
Whole grains naturally provide fiber, along with a variety of vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds.
The nutritional quality of bread also depends on what you choose to serve with it.
Pairing bread with protein, healthy fats, and colorful produce creates a more balanced meal. Nutritious meals work best when they're part of an overall healthy lifestyle that includes regular movement.
As you'll see, choosing a better loaf isn't about finding perfection. It's about making informed improvements where you can. Healthy grocery shopping often begins with simple, consistent decisions repeated week after week.
Next, we'll explore the ingredients beyond flour, including sodium, preservatives, and other factors that may influence how you choose your bread.
Sometimes, the most important information isn't on the front of the package. It's hidden in the small print on the back. The ingredient list tells you what a product contains, while the nutrition facts panel helps you understand how much of key nutrients each serving provides.
Some packaged breads include added sugars to improve flavor, texture, or shelf life. Comparing labels can reveal meaningful differences between similar-looking loaves.
A bread that tastes noticeably sweeter may also contain more added sugars, although the only reliable way to know is by checking the label.
Sodium is another nutrient worth paying attention to. Some breads contribute more sodium than others, and those differences can add up over the course of a day.
People managing high blood pressure may benefit from discussing sodium intake with their healthcare professional and comparing nutrition labels when shopping.
Even within the same category, breads can vary considerably in fiber, sodium, added sugars, and ingredient quality.
Sourdough bread has become increasingly popular because of its distinctive flavor and traditional fermentation process.
Fermentation changes the dough before baking, giving sourdough its unique texture and taste. However, nutritional characteristics still depend on the flour and ingredients used.
Not every sourdough loaf is made with whole grains. Reading the ingredient list remains just as important.
Rye bread is another option many people enjoy. Depending on how it's made, it may provide more fiber than refined white bread.
Some breads are made from sprouted grains, which begin germinating before they're processed into flour. For many people, sprouted grain breads can be another flavorful way to include whole grains as part of a varied diet.
Rather than searching for one perfect loaf, compare several options and choose the one that best matches your nutritional goals.
Remember, bread is only one part of an eating pattern. The quality of your overall diet has the greatest influence on long-term health.
Next, we'll explore a question with no one-size-fits-all answer. How much bread is appropriate after 60, and what factors should guide that decision?
So how much bread is appropriate after 60? The answer isn't found in a single number. It depends on the entire meal and your individual needs.
Rather than focusing only on bread, many nutrition professionals recommend looking at the balance of your entire plate.
A meal that includes protein, fiber-rich foods, and healthy fats may provide steadier satisfaction than refined carbohydrates alone. Notice how the second breakfast combines several food groups, creating a more balanced meal without eliminating bread altogether.
Adding protein to bread-based meals can help create a breakfast that feels more complete and satisfying.
Healthy fats from foods like nuts, seeds, or avocado can also complement whole grain bread as part of a balanced eating pattern.
Vegetables add fiber, color, and texture, turning a simple slice of toast into a more nutrient-rich meal. Taking time to truly enjoy our meals can be one of the simplest and most profound acts of self-care. When shopping, compare similar products instead of assuming every loaf offers the same nutritional value. Looking at fiber content alongside the ingredient list can provide a more complete picture than marketing claims alone.
Bread can absolutely be part of a nutritious lunch when paired with lean protein and plenty of vegetables.
The goal isn't to avoid bread. It's to build meals around foods that work together to support your health.
If you have diabetes, kidney disease, celiac disease, or another medical condition, your healthcare professional may recommend a more personalized approach.
Healthy eating becomes even more powerful when combined with regular physical activity and other positive daily habits. Planning meals ahead can make nutritious choices easier, helping reduce the temptation to rely on highly processed convenience foods.
Now that we've explored what to limit, let's finish with practical bread choices that can help make your breakfast both delicious and nourishing.
If some breads are worth limiting, which ones deserve a place in your kitchen?
Let's begin with one of the simplest choices. 100% whole wheat bread retains more of the grain's natural structure, offering more fiber than refined white bread. Pairing whole wheat bread with protein and colorful produce creates a breakfast that is both satisfying and nutrient-rich.
Sprouted grain bread is another popular option, made from grains that have begun the natural sprouting process before baking.
This traditional process changes the grain before it's turned into bread, creating a unique flavor and texture.
Rye bread has a rich taste and, depending on the recipe, may provide more fiber than breads made primarily with refined flour.
Whole grain sourdough combines traditional fermentation with the nutritional benefits of whole grains.
Remember, not every sourdough loaf is the same. Checking the ingredient list remains an important habit.
Seeded breads can add texture and flavor while contributing additional nutrients from ingredients such as flax, sunflower, or pumpkin seeds.
Each recipe is different, so ingredient quality matters just as much as the name on the package.
Healthy toppings can transform a simple slice of bread into a complete breakfast.
Adding foods rich in protein and fiber helps create meals that are both nourishing and enjoyable.
The healthiest meals are often the ones shared with people you love. If you have a medical condition requiring dietary changes, your healthcare team can help personalize these recommendations. Healthy eating is rarely about one ingredient. It's the overall pattern that matters most.
Nutritious meals help support the active lifestyle many people hope to enjoy well into later life.
Variety keeps meals interesting while helping you enjoy a broader range of nutritious foods.
Choosing higher fiber breads doesn't mean giving up flavor. It simply means making more informed choices.
Small daily habits often have a greater impact than dramatic changes that are difficult to maintain.
In our final chapter, we'll bring everything together with simple, practical tips you can start using the very next time you shop for bread.
As we've seen, choosing healthier bread isn't about following trends. It's about understanding what you're buying and building balanced meals.
No single loaf is perfect for everyone, but breads made with more whole grains and fiber can be valuable options for many older adults.
One of the best habits you can develop takes only a few seconds. Turn the package over and read the label before placing it in your cart.
Look beyond the marketing. The ingredient list and nutrition facts panel usually provide the clearest picture of what's inside.
Simple checklists can make shopping easier, helping you compare products quickly and confidently.
Remember, bread is only one ingredient. What you pair with it often has an even greater influence on the nutritional quality of the meal.
Healthy eating works best alongside regular movement, quality sleep, stress management, and routine medical care.
If you're managing conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, or kidney disease, personalized guidance can be especially valuable. Nutritious meals do more than nourish the body. They create opportunities to slow down, connect, and enjoy time together. Planning ahead can make healthy choices easier, especially on busy mornings, when convenience often wins. Sometimes the best nutrition advice is also the simplest. Choose foods that are as close to their natural form as practical. Whole grains have nourished people for generations, and they continue to play an important role in many healthy eating patterns today.
Knowledge is one of the healthiest ingredients you can bring home from the grocery store.
Variety helps keep healthy eating enjoyable while providing a wider range of nutrients over time.
Healthy aging isn't built by one food. It's supported by many consistent choices made over months and years.
It sure is. It takes dedication.
Those 3 simple habits can help guide smarter decisions every time you shop.
If you found this guide helpful, we'd love to hear from you. What type of bread do you enjoy most? And what healthy toppings have become your favorites?
Your ideas and experiences may inspire someone else to make a healthier choice tomorrow morning.
Small improvements, repeated consistently, often lead to the biggest changes over time.
Thank you for watching. Here's to making informed choices, enjoying wholesome meals,
and supporting healthy aging, one slice at a time.